What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another vid. This time is gonna be more in person. I have kind of like a list I want to go down about and basically educate you guys, whoever's trying to get into the trading space. Basically educate you guys on psychology, what psychology really is, and how to overcome it in your own journey, in your own trading journey. A little bit about me. So yeah, the title of this vid is correct. I did lose $250K in funding. I was funded with Apex Trader. A lot of you guys may or may not know, but Apex Trader Funding is a futures prop firm that allows you to get capital with them, and that way you can make money from trading. I was funded with them in late September, early October. I was funded with them with 5 50K accounts, so that's a total of 250K in funding. I blew it within first 2 weeks of having those funded accounts, and I'm just gonna go down what I learned from it, some advice that I can give you guys, whoever's trying to come up in this space, whoever's trying to get funded, and basically give you guys guidance on how to achieve it and how to really overcome it. So my first really point that I want to make is like the origins of my trading journey. I basically have a year now learning how to actually day trade. I was always shown trading through social media, friends and stuff, but I took it upon myself to actually trade and learn the skill of trading in November of 2023. I learned it through a friend. He knows who he is. I started learning in November, and then I went down the rabbit hole of learning strategies, learning who to look at when it comes to influencers and who's the real trader and who isn't. I started learning support and resistance, supply and demand, all these different strategies that in reality don't really make the trader. Fast forward into April, came across a mentor, learned a way of style of trading through him, which led me to my next mentor, which led to my next mentor. So if you just see the pattern recognition that is coming across what my journey is, I go from mentor to mentor to mentor, but each mentor led me to a better mentor, which led me to become successful in the aspect of technical analysis and price action. So something that I can for 100% tell you guys is stick with one strategy. All strategies work. It isn't the strategy that makes you profitable or not profitable. Once you find a strategy that is comfortable for you, an edge that's comfortable for you, that you feel is simple and easy to understand for you, stick with it, back test it, journal it. And these are all topics that I'm gonna get into. Stick with one strategy, right? Like I mentioned, stick with the one that is simple for you to understand, right? Don't get into the complexity of all these strategies, right? If you can really understand it and you can really dial in, just stick with it. If there's an edge, let's say 80% is that win rate with that strategy, you understand that there's going to be losses with it, right? If you just look at it in a ratio aspect, you take 10 trades and you have an 80% win rate, you're going to lose 2 of those, right? And then you're going to win the other 8 that you take. So just stick with it, right? That's just me banging out the edge and the strategy out the way, because that's not the focus of the vid. The vid is to basically give you guys a glimpse on psychology and what trading really comes down to once you understand the easy part, which is the strategy and the price action. Once you guys understand that, then the hard part begins and the challenge really begins, which is psychology and controlling your emotions when it comes to trading, and understanding when to press buy and sell, how to control your emotions, not revenge trade, not over leverage, which is risk management, which is the second, in my opinion, most important part of trading. Understanding how much risk you're putting on the table, understanding how close are you to blowing an account, right? That was always my issue. Risk management, I will tell myself 100%, do not go into this trade with risking more than 1%. Because on futures prop firms, your max drawdown is 4 to 6%. So you don't want to risk so much, right? So you can give yourself chances to come up, right? Your risk reward should always be positive. So it should be a 1 to 2, a 0.5 to 1, right? Which is also a 1 to 2. These are things you have to dial in when it comes to your trading, right? You don't ever want to have a negative RR. So the way, going back to how I blew my accounts, was over trading, right? At the time, I was basically what my friend likes to call is a signal monkey, basically somebody that buys signals from a profitable trader and just buys and sells when they tell him to. That was how I got funded, and I regret it, because looking back at it from a psychological perspective, I was in a rush to get money. I was in a rush to get rich. I was in a rush to get paid, right? When you are in that type of mindset, you'll never get it, because you have to understand there's things and levels you have to achieve and overcome, right? If you don't understand your edge, if you don't understand your psychology, you're never going to become profitable, because especially if you're depending on somebody from a signal like I was definitely never going to get profitable on my own, right? Because I'm depending on somebody else. That person may, God forbid, pass the next day and then his signal group is down. How am I supposed to trade, right? Because I was relying on somebody else instead of being independent and focusing on myself, which is another point when it comes to trading. It's you against yourself. It's never you against the market. It's never you against somebody else. It's you against yourself, right? Understanding if you have a profitable edge, all you have to do is press buy and sell when your profitable edge presents itself. You understand your rules. You understand what makes your profitable edge profitable, right? You understand what needs to happen in sequence for you to get in a trade or not. And as long as you follow those strict rules that you have for yourself, profitability is always there, right? But some people can't get over the hump of just staying disciplined to themselves and relying on themselves to be controlled and relaxed when it comes to the markets, right? They see numbers and candlesticks flying up and down, and they might just go a little crazy. Seeing that, and they want to get in, or they see a move that's rapidly going down or up, and they have what traders like to call FOMO, which is fear of missing out. They want to get in. That's the reality of most traders and most people that want to invest, right? They see a big move and they just want to get in and catch it. Some people get lucky, some people don't, but that's the art of trading, right? So over risking, over leveraging, revenge trading. When you lose a trade, you understand you lost the trade. Let's take a step back. Let's analyze, and let's not get back into the trade unless you have confirmation to get back in. That was something I always dealt with. And I know what I did in order for me to blow that 250K in funding. And it was psychology. It was just my psychology was horrible, right? I know exactly what it is because I journaled everything. I'm going to pop up on the screen. Basically like a screen recording of my journal from when I started demo trading to getting funding or getting into my evals, and I'll show you all the journals I had, because knowing if you want to take trading serious, you need to know the analytics part of it. You need to know how you react in certain conditions, how you react when you're dealing with something outside of trading in your regular life. You need to understand certain things about yourself in order to find out and fulfill that missing piece that you need to become profitable. You need to understand your emotions to the T. You need to become disciplined. You need to wake up on time. You need to just understand your emotions a lot better, understand yourself a lot better, right? That's why I mentioned earlier, it's a game, or trading is a 1v1 in a way. If you're looking at it from a game perspective, it's a 1v1. It's you against yourself. So journaling is definitely the best tip I have for upcoming traders. You should be journaling all your trades you take, understanding what you did good, what you did wrong, on a price action and technical analysis wise, right? You need to know why you enter, why you didn't enter, what can you improve? Can I just get a better position? Can I get a better entry here? Should I wait for this? And then you have your journal when it comes to your emotions. You need to know, did I feel nervous? Did I feel anxious getting into this position? Was I feeling anxious because I put too much risk? Should I lower the risk, right? That's always something you should be asking yourself and understanding yourself. Something you can do is record basically live trading with your mic on, if you would like, the camera on, things like that, so you can see yourself and how you react when it comes to trading, because a lot of people don't know how they actually are when they're trading live, and they think it's all good, but in reality they're shaking behind the screen and they're not really controlled, right? So understanding how you are psychology wise, because that is the biggest obstacle you will face when trading. Trading is all psychology. I know a lot of gurus say that it's not, and it's your strategy, and your strategy is what counts. There's plenty of traders that trade different strategies. No strategy is better than the other. It's the trader behind the strategy. It's the trader behind the charts, right, that is executing live. It's executing well, because I can hand you a trend line trader that just trades drawing out a trend line, and once that trend line breaks, they get into sells. Or I can give you an ICT trader that understands price action just as well as the trend line strategy, but isn't profitable, or is profitable. Like, it doesn't matter. The strategy itself doesn't really matter. It's the trader. Is he putting on the correct amount of risk? Is he lowering the risk when he loses? Is he controlling himself in emotions? Is he not panicking when it comes to the buy and sell button? These are all aspects of psychology, and these are all aspects I noticed in my own trading when I blew those accounts. So I no longer trade signals, right? I dialed in for a month to lock in on my edge, understand my trading strategy, understand my edge, perfect it, polish it, back test it, live trade it, demo, and then get back into the space. So starting tomorrow, the 6th of January of 2025, I will be trading back on prop firms. I will try to get funded again and not blow it this time. This time I'm going in 550Ks again with Apex, copy trading, understanding my risk. This time I'm trading micros so I can partial and put my stops to break even when I partial. This way I can secure profits and not throw away profits when I'm at a 1 to 3 risk reward. Like, that doesn't make any sense to continue holding and not bringing my stops to break even. These are all small things I learned when journaling. So I'm excited to get funded again. I know I can do it again. I've proved myself back-to-back times that I'm profitable with my strategy. All I have to do is control myself. Another tip I can give you guys is reading psychology. So right now I'm rereading The Psychology of Money. This book is very good. Under me I have The Tao of Trading by Simon Reed. The Psychology of Trading is another book. Trading in the Zone is always a great book. There's a lot of wisdom on just controlling your emotions when trading and understanding that losing is part of the game. There's another book that I'm interested in. It's called May the Best Loser Win. It's basically understanding that losing is a part of this game. And if you just are not looking at it from a trading perspective, losing is part of everything and every endeavor you face, right? You have obstacles in the way and you have to overcome those obstacles by understanding what you did wrong, what you did good, and growing from that, right? You can look at it, I like looking at it things from a chess perspective. When you play chess, you have to not just play the game, but you have to analyze the game you just played, understand what you could have done better, what you did wrong, and what you did good, right? Because the reason you either won or lost is because of the moves you made. That's the same thing in life. You have to look at it that way. And I think if you have a observing and an observing mindset and a mindset that you analyze every move you make without overthinking so much, and just analyzing the move real quick and understanding that, okay, is there a better move here or not, and continuing forward, that is always a great way to get better and learn. But yeah, be posted. I'm going to be posting a lot more content. I have a lot more ideas coming up, but this is specifically for my students that are struggling with psychology. I'm speaking to you guys because you guys are the ones that I am teaching for. You guys are the ones that I'm trying to better. Psychology is the biggest part of this game, and if you guys can't control your emotions when sitting down on that chair and just pressing buy and sell, you guys will have a very tough time. And that's why I'm here, to go through the hard stuff and then give you guys basically a foreshadow version of it. But you guys are gonna have to go through it as well. So stay tuned, and more vids on the way.